All right, premiere night is over, and that was a wild ride. I kind of expected something similar to this because I know y'all did something similar to this in Survivor when you and Andrew hosted it. And I wasn't sure how you were going to split up 25 people, so this is really the only thing that made sense to me. I don't think that there was any way you were doing five tribes of five. That just exposes too many big threats too early in the game. If you had done it, I think it would have only been like one or two tribals. I don't think you would have left us there for long. Um, it's kind of funny because Cole suggested to me that this was something that could happen, and we both kind of agreed that it wouldn't. But I think in the back of our minds, both of us still expected it to happen. Um, Man, I don't even know what to do. Okay, so we had the twist, survival of the fittest. Um, yeah, I did not expect to be in the top cut of that. I honestly thought that there were going to be like five people who got 100% on that quiz and did not make the cut. But I am absolutely relieved that I am. I think on paper, that tribe looks the best in terms of immunity challenge performances, just because we've all proved that A, we're active, B, we know how to use Google because nobody knew all the answers to that quiz, and C, that we're all going to be actively trying to win immunity. I think the general consensus on this tribe is that everybody kind of likes each other, which is really weird. Um, but like even Brian M, I still consider like I don't want him to go yet. Um, so yeah, I think it bodes well for us that we all actively want to be here, and we all had more of a choice than anybody else in the cast is going to as to like the fate of our individual tribe. Everybody else has to rely on a randomizer, whereas we all got to rely on ourselves, and like now we're getting to rely on the 8 people who performed the best in this challenge. Um, Sorry, I'm kind of frazzled right now. We got into our tribe, and you released that idol clue. Um, I expected something like this. This is the perks of being your best friend, is that I know what you like and what you don't like in Survivor games. I knew you weren't going to have us guessing for idols. Um, and I knew in season 2 that when we won the first challenge, you gave us the message in a bottle, and it was basically this exact same thing. It was, here's a number to letter decoder, solve it, and it'll lead you to what you have to do for the idol. This one was a little bit simpler. You kind of spelled it out for everybody really quickly, and the number to letter decoder was, what, 15, 20 letters at most. Um, but I knew I was ready for it. I had that number to letter decoder website open and ready to go as soon as I knew I was on that tribe. And it seems to have paid off for me because your boy has the idol. This is 2 for 2 in your game of being the first person to find an idol in the seasons that I've played, season 2 and season 5. In season 2, I managed to find the merge idol as well, and that would be amazing in this season. I went ahead and told Coco about the idol. People think that's a bad decision, and normally I would agree with them, but I'm locked in with Coco. Like I think Coco is more loyal to me than she is to anybody else in this game right now. And I don't want to give her any reason to not trust me. Um, I told her about it as soon as we talked after I found it, because I don't want 5 episodes down the line to have to play that thing and her be like, wait, where'd you find it? Why didn't you tell me? So keeping her locked in is like one of my main priorities right now. I think I'm doing really well at it. These 17 people going to tribal, I don't know about that. I'm very happy that it's not me. Um, 17 votes is a lot to have to worry about at this point in the game. And I needed a night to relax. I tell you, this game is going to be so crazy. And I think there's an argument to be made that those 17 people have a leg up because they're all having to like actively work to form bonds right now, and their mind is already in the game, but my mind is already in the game as well. I'm just not voting at this tribal. I know what I expect to happen tonight, and I didn't really have to do any work to find out. Bryce, Alexandra, Devin, and Bella seem to be on the chopping block. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if both Bryce and Alexandra survive tonight, because I know they're voting for each other, and I think it'd be really easy for a group to pull together like 7 votes maybe and just kind of toss Bella or Devin. If I had to pick, I would much rather see Devin go than Bella. Bella is a force to be reckoned with, and I need somebody like that, who can kind of take the heat off of me. Oh, you asked me some questions as to what I expected to happen. Let's see what you got. What was your initial reaction to the survival of the fittest twist? It worried me because of the caliber of competitor in this season. Like, it's kind of scary to go up against 25 All-Stars and know that only 8 of them are going to make this tribe. But at the same time, this challenge was kind of right up my alley, in terms of I had plenty of time to complete it, which I appreciate. Thank you. Survivor trivia is not necessarily my thing, but I think I fall better than most. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, the challenge worked out for me, so I can't complain about it. But at the same time, it definitely made me nervous. But after the fact, I'm very glad you did it, because it meant that I'm not on 5 tribes of 5, and I am not going to a 17-person tribal council. So I will take it. Moving on. Are you relieved that it isn't 5 tribes of 5? Yes, absolutely I am. I have a tendency to go home in small tribes. There's just not really a place for me to hide, and if I don't end up with somebody who is just absolutely more threatening than I am, which is kind of hard to find, I'm pretty much done, just because I'm the easy one to take the shot at. Especially because if you had done 5 tribes of 5, I don't think there's any hope that I really get more than like 1 threat on my tribe with me. And in a 5-person tribe format, I would believe that those other 3 people who would be on that tribe with me and the other threat would pair up against us, unfortunately. Who do you think will be the first person voted out? I kind of already covered this. Bryce, Bella, Alexandra, and Devin all have had their name thrown out there, and those all seem kind of like likely targets to me. I don't know who I expect to go first, because there's so many votes, and nobody really seems to want to like say exactly what they're doing at this point, which I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to be telling me exactly what they're doing at this point either. Yeah, I don't really know who I expect to go. I don't particularly care. Like I said in my cast assessment, like, I love Bryce with my whole heart, but I don't know how active or valuable of an ally he will be for me in this game. If he survives, I would absolutely love it. If he goes home, I don't think it really gives me any more work to do than I already had to do. If Alexandra goes home, cool. She said she wanted to work with me. I don't really see much value to her as an ally. I don't think there's any way she goes to the end with me, so it's whatever. Definitely don't want Bella going home. If I had to pick between Bella and Bryce, I would definitely pick Bella to stay, just because I think that she's more of a hurricane, man. She can just blow through and tear down some walls, and I definitely want to be on the right side of Hurricane Bella. I think she'd be great for me. And then Devin's the one that I'd much rather see go home. I know his MO. I know he likes to play the middle. I don't have any use for that at this point. The last time I played your game, I had Lexi play in the middle, and it literally ended my game. So, yeah, if I had to pick one, Devin can go. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Next question. Why do you think the top hat is in your tribe chat? So number 1, screw you. You know how much I hate these things. I believe it's there because there is some kind of advantage, or I don't think it's another idol, so I'm guessing advantage probably Legacy Advantage. I think Top Hat in Season 2 was the Legacy Advantage. I also do not believe that it has been released into the game as of this point. It is 7:43 p.m. EST on Sunday, October 14th. I believe in about an hour, that Legacy Advantage is going to go into the game. I don't expect it to be on the production account. I expect it to be on the main account, or your personal account. I know you did that in Season 2. Yeah, since you were doing idols on the production account, I think it'd be a little bit too hectic to have people all like scrambling for 3 potential like idols / advantages all on the same account. I just don't know that you have enough space to do it. Yeah, I expect the advantage, but we'll see. Oh, you had one more question you didn't send until later. Oh, why do you think it's called Bronze? This bronze idol that you said was going to be released. I believe that you called it. Okay, so here's the thing. Like when you specify with an idol, it automatically implies that it has certain functions to it that a normal hidden immunity idol doesn't. Calling it bronze kind of leads me to believe that it's like a 3rd tier idol, right? Which to me implies that there are 2 ways that it functions differently than a normal hidden immunity idol. I believe that the first way is that it must be played at this first tribal council because none of these people are on a tribe as of yet. I don't believe they're getting a tribal idol, and I believe that the 2 other tribes of 8 that are formed will have a hidden immunity idol similar to the one that I found. So yeah, I think it has to be played tonight. And as for the second one, I think there's a couple ways it could go. The one I'm leaning towards the most is that it has to be played on somebody else. So it's very very similar to the super idol that they did in Heroes, Healers, and Hustlers, where it had to be given to somebody else on like the tribe that was going to tribal, and it had to be played that night. So those are my kind of speculations as to what you would possibly be doing with that idol. I don't expect it to have an impact. It will have an impact on the game later in the game, but I don't expect it itself to stick around to make an impact later in the game, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think it definitely has to come out tonight, and I would imagine that the second one is that it has to be played on somebody else. I know I clarified with you that the 8 people on my tribe are not eligible to get that idol. It's only for the 17 who are actually attending tribal in 14 minutes. Also, we cannot watch that tribal, which is a bit unfortunate, but I'm not really sure what would go on there that we didn't already know was happening. I told Coco how I got the idol. I showed her, like I literally copy and pasted a picture of the clue that you sent to our tribe chat so that she knows what to expect. She knows where I found it. If she can pick up her tribal idol, the 2 of us both having idols and like a final 2 deal on day 2 is just ridiculous. So hopefully she can pick that up. That'd be great. I also intend to tell her in about 5 minutes when I'm done with this confessional that the top hat is in our tribe alliance chat, our tribe chat name. Sorry, that was a bit ridiculous. Tribe chat name. So she knows to be looking out for it as well. If she misses out on that idol, or if she doesn't, one of us having that as well would just be ridiculous. Yeah, dude. I feel like I had the best premiere I could hope for. Just from the jump, the challenge was up my alley. I was not the top performer. I was right about middle of the pack where people, I think, expected me to be. I think if I hadn't performed well in that challenge, I think people would have like already started throwing around like Ryan's throwing challenges to try and keep the target off his back, which is just not the case. But yeah, I really do think that 3rd place, I had a reasonable time. Like Cole's time is just unreasonable. We all are aware of what he did to get that time. Congratulations, Cole. You put a giant target on your back when you didn't need to. All you had to do was get 100% on that quiz, and you would have been in the spot that you're in. So congratulations. thank you for taking the target a little bit off of me. Katie as well. Katie, I think, had a reasonable time. She just kind of proved that she's above the cut in terms of how she performs in challenges. I don't think she cheated. I think she straight up just like is that fast at Googling or already knew a lot of this stuff. Yeah, she beasted that. She beat me by like over 3 minutes, which is ridiculous. Third place with a time of like 12 minutes is right about where I wanted to be because the other people who finished kind of in that same spot with 100% also had like 13, 14, 15-minute times. So it wasn't like I absolutely blew them out of the water the way Cole and Katie blew me out of the water. So I think that's right about where I wanted to be. And then I found the idol, which is perfect. I don't even necessarily think that I need it on this tribe, really. It's more to do with just that control, the control of the flow of information. I can absolutely lock down a piece of information that nobody else can at this point. They can have their speculations. They can all like say to each other that none of us have it, so Ryan probably has it, but nobody can know for sure except for me. And that's exactly how I want it. I think controlling that information is way more powerful than the idol itself, because the idol itself is so situational where you have to know you're getting votes and you have to play it correctly. So yeah, controlling that information is definitely exactly what I wanted. And now moving forward, I'm on a tribe with challenge beasts, and hopefully we just knock it out of the park. Can't wait to see who goes home in tribal tonight. Can't wait to see what these other two tribes form up to be. And you will absolutely get another confessional from me breaking down all three of these tribes and the vote off sometime tomorrow night. So let's get it. Good luck to everybody at Tribal, and I hope you have a fun first tribal of the season, Malcolm.